Hi there, this is Shoo Rayner at the Shoo Rayner Drawing School, and here is some more about doing the covers on my Olympia project, which is commissioned 8-book children's book series, which I've written. I've only written one of the stories so far, but I'm doing all the covers before I've even finished writing the stories. Look at the previous video if you want to know about the synopses and how all that kind of thing works. So what do we want to say? Let's get on with it and see how it's going. Okay, well, this is my rough drawing. I'm going to have to build a new camera gantry, I think, to get these kind of paintings in. This new series in that I'm doing, but I'll just start now. This is the final rough sketch. Go and look at my previous video, and I'll show you about all doing the rough sketches and things of. What's the book called? It's the whole series is called Olympia, and this one is going to be called Throw for Gold. And this is Ollie, who's the hero. And now what I'm going to do, I've got masking tape here, and I'm going to stick that down there, and I'm going to stick that down there, just to hold it onto the board. Now the board I've got is special. The paper I've got is very special. This stuff is called CS2, and I'm putting this over the top. Hang on a minute, let me just plug this in, because what I'm working on is it's not just a board, it's a light board that I'm using. So this paper here, I think you can see, actually if I turn the main lights out, there we go, if I turn that light out and that light out, you'll probably see better. You can see that I can trace through, and that's what I can't find my masking tape. Okay, so I need to put my masking tape down there. Now when I, in the old days, before computers, when I first started, you had to be really, really careful about this, and you had to mark up the edges really, really carefully, because it was all, had to be fitted into cameras and all sorts of things. It was so precise. But now all I'm doing is just making little marks. Here we are. Look, you can see I'm just making little marks like that for me. The painting I've got to do over the edge, in fact, so I'm just going to put very light kind of marks there to give me an idea how far to go, because I need to bleed the painting over, because it will be trimmed on the book, and then you find my pen that's too thick. Here we are. And now I'm going to draw this with my lovely Rotring Ticky pens, and I'm just going to take my time drawing this, so I'll probably stop talking. In fact, I tell you what, no I won't. No, I was going to say I'll speed it up, but I don't think I will. I'm going to start with these little bits over his, to go over his, he's got a kind of a hairband, just a piece of string really that's kind of holding his hair in, and then I want his ear to kind of go in there, and then there'll be some hair coming through there, and then I've kind of been practicing this for about a year now. I think I've drawn that first hair up there too long, which means I probably had to scrap the whole picture already. Hope not. Right. And now this actually is a big departure for me, because I've never drawn eyes like this before, and I want him to look a bit older than I normally draw characters. I normally write stories for much kind of younger children, and this is a bit older, and so he's got to look a bit older, and so I'm doing the eyes differently, so I'm really learning a lot on this, and I've never done these kind of dot eyes before, and I'm really kind of apprehensive about it. but I know, if I just keep working at it, it'll all work out, which is kind of what part of the secret with drawing is, not to be scared and just have a go. Now these fingers, I'm going to start drawing down like that, because this will then kind of come from behind it, as it were, and that comes from behind there, and then the discus will come there. See, I'm finding it very hard to talk and concentrate on drawing at the same time. And there's the discus. There's something about these pens I just really love. They're disposable. I've been using Rotarings for a long time, and they used to be very technical, very hard metal nibs, and these are kind of fibre nibs, but they still feel like Rotarings, but you get this, can you see there's a lovely flick there to it, and you do get that kind of where it kind of flicks into a point, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. Rotary pens, as an illustrator, I loved the Rotary isograph, but it's kind of a pain to fill up sometimes and keep full of ink, and also because I'm doing watercolour, then the ink has to be waterproof, so basically it's Indian ink, which means that it completely gums up the pen, and so every week you have to spend an hour or so washing out your pens, and it becomes a great washing ritual. And I remember at college we would have these big kind of pen washing rituals, and there's the I'll move it down there. There's the how are we doing? 7 minutes. I'm going to go on for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to stop. These pens are pigment ink, which means that they kind of flow and you get this much softer nib, and they're waterproof, so I can draw this and then paint it in watercolour afterwards. Now I'm thinking some of these feet might be obscured by plants and grasses, so I'm going to start drawing those in there. You always have to think about what's in the foreground, and that's going to be obscuring things in the background, so draw the foreground things first, and then you can put things in behind. So I'm taking my time. It's kind of a bit, I'm drawing quite differently to how I do normally on drawing school, because this is a professional job. I'm kind of taking my time a bit more than I normally do, and this is actually my very first illustration for a whole 8-book series. I'm going to do 600 or 700 drawings over the next few months on this project. So I might get halfway through this and decide it's not right and start again. You kind of have to practice your way into a series like this and get to know the character. And now here I'm drawing off the page. This is where it's going to get trimmed, but it's still kind of important to make things flow through off the page. Right, 9 minutes. Okay, well that's kind of I'll just show you how I will put that in behind there, like that, and then 2, 3, and 4. Like that. There we go. So let's put his toenails in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so and that's how that will fit in there behind. And that's all I'm going to do on this video. Keep coming back. I'll do another one where I'll be painting it, but you can see how I'm drawing away at it at the moment. Okay, if you've enjoyed this, keep coming back to the Shoo Rayner drawing channel on YouTube, shoo-tube.com, where you can see this in schools and libraries, and keep drawing and come back and see some more. Okay, bye.